Sakura, you good? Sakura, what is...
Mikado's trying to win Sakura's heart.
The worst.
Watch out, Sakura. Get Sakura face and eyeball.
Or to confront Sakura about what I saw. Sakura, Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Danganronpa.
Alright, yo! What? Good, yo! Welcome back, hey, to some more Dangan. You can tell I'm hype. You can just tell I'm hype when I start the game and I go... It's hot as hell in here. I'm gonna go get a quick beverage, I'm gonna load it up, and we're gonna get back to it. Damn, it's been a minute. It tickles. Shh, you can't talk right now. We're gonna move you to another room until we get you there. You have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Have y'all really waited for this, or have y'all seen somebody else play this already? Doesn't matter. I gotta see how this ends. To have him react like a machine like that, all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. Man, we really back in this. It's crazy. So there might be a network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go check for ourselves.
it's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. That's right. Secret room. Secret room. Secret room. So many secrets in the secret room. I'm trying to do some secret to you. Hold up. Am I? If she let me. Hey, Makoto.
Why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. And to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. Okay, I'm like... She was so forceful. I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm going.
So then,
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. Chill out. She could be acting, but she could be playing your ass. Like a fiddle. Nobody even plays a fiddle. Why is that a saying? Playing your ass like a streamer. I don't know. Okay, first we have to find the network cable. Okay, well, these are only clickable things here. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it. This is a network cable, right? Absolutely. Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled up the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. Nice. And that should do it.
That's right.
I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help.
So,
Please just wait a little while longer.
I'm gonna do my best.
Just hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends.
Huh?
Friends. Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mikado.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Kyoko!
What?
So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct?
Whew.
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about, like, what are you gonna do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. then what should we...
So...
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now. Which is why alter ego...
Correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. This whole theme of friendship is probably gonna... It's gonna explode in our faces in a minute. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kinda tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, it's daytime now, it's about to be nighttime, I'm guessing, I completely dozed off. I think I can count on my hand the amount of times people have rang my doorbell in this game. Huh? Okay, and you spamming my shit. The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. This sounds like it's gonna be a terrible visitor.
Makoto.
Makoto, get out here. Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. Just like that, I'm back in it. It didn't take long for me to be sucked back into this crazy story, bruh. If y'all didn't wait for me, I feel you, but that's trash. She said for us to come to the rec room. It's also trash that I don't upload consistently. I get it. The rec room? Trash for trash. I feel you. T for T. Okay, let's hurry. Makoto, Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong?
Something's not right! In the rec room!
What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside, and when I did... Sakura? How do you say her name? Somebody made a video. Hold up, bruh. Sakura about it. However you say her name about it. Sakura, you good? Sakura, what is...
Makoto's trying to win Sakura's heart!
The worst.
Watch out, Sakura! Get Sakura face, an eyeball.
Or to confront Sakura about what I saw. Sakura. Sakura. Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window, but I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do?
Anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. But the door's locked, right? If we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said...
Wrong.
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then why...
It would seem...
It feels like the door is pressed up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words...
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in.
Indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way.
Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here.
Okay, I'm thinking now. The door is locked from the inside out, which means Hina can't be a suspect so far. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long.
Here! I found a broom! It's in the classroom! Use it!
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Come on, please, hurry!
Okay, you two stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started the chair leaning against the door. Jostling, whatever. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just I pushed on with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her, Super Saiyan? Stone? Medusa? Sleepy. All I felt was cold death. What does that feel like? I could feel the last lingering warmth of a living body. Oh, life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then, oh gosh, it's over. It's over for her. Now it's just Hina, Kyoko, the two weirdos, and
a body has been discovered.
And Big Jamaica.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Okay. So Alter Ego is gonna play a big part in this one. Damn, from the grave Chihiro comes back. Hina's talking about, huh? You know what you did. Sakura. Okay, well, fixed. Sakura. Sakura's
dead.
Oh, listen to Hina broken.
She's really dead?
Look at her eyeballs. I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction?
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room, and Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again.
I
need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long,
I got everyone.
What?
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you! Hiro, Kuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura!
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation.
I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it.
You know it?
Ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on.
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file.
Okay.
And don't get so mad, Miss Hina. You're gonna ruin that little face of yours. Now then, with that,
Hold on. There's something I want to ask you. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Huh? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words...
Then I killed her? Sorry. Not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me.
Phew.
Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
well done.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blacken is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one. Oopsie. Before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one.
I won't forgive you.
I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time.
I'll do it.
Hina?
I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order.
Damn, nigga.
In order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we?
Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is?
Hiro, Kuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't forgive you.
Stop talking.
Don't be stop talking. That shit is just vicious. Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate.
I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here.
Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let us all in, just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Don't really care.
I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. It's a lot of reading.
But
Hey,
We have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive and to honor Sakura's memory. Damn.
fine. I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Kuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her.
Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura, it's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. I'm gonna go on a whim and say it was Hiro. I'm gonna be interested to see how it's not Hina, but you know they're gonna put a twist in there, and if it's not Hina, it's gotta be Hiro. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school.
There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. As mad as the truth bullets, thank you.
Hey.
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why's that?
So...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with a chair from the inside of the rec room. Yeah, that's the same thing I thought. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right?
In other words...
This is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of stuff a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life and right before our very eyes like this? I gotta slow down, hold on.
Hey.
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving locking the room or maybe replacing the window, right? Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
In other words...
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. Gas, maybe. Oh, you push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
However...
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
It's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words...
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. Sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe. How would that have been possible if when we opened the door no one was... What are you talking about?
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words...
By that, I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So, see, now you got me looking at my door in my room, like just making sure, like, shit, my door does not lock, so... I don't know why I get the feeling I'm gonna turn over there and I'm gonna see somebody just... I hate when I get that weird... This is exactly why I'm not living by myself no more. Like, after I move in with PG and Joe, when I move out, I'm finding a girlfriend, she's living with me, and we're gonna get married. So when it comes to locker room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities then, Kyoko. Which of those 4 choices seem the most likely in this case?
It's true.
It's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. For Sakura, if nothing else. What is that? Proteinzyme X. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it, and everyone knows how much she loved their protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can... It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me. Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is my actual prediction. The other one was kind of BS. Didn't really have any grounds. I'm going to say that Sakura, because she dishonored herself as, you know, as a snitch, drank this, killed herself, and stopped anybody from saving her. Yeah, it was only a matter of time before we saw some sort of suicide in this, bro. There's no way everybody in here is mentally stable enough to just do this. Not saying, you know, but golly, the conditions that they're all under, I'm not surprised. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. Feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Yeah, I'm not following you with that one. You think somebody placed it there? I'm not getting. I'm not following you. Empty protein can. Thank you. I see a napkin here. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
That's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
Yeah, let me go lock my door, bro. This episode gives me some weird vibes. Hold on. Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So, after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper. Fair enough. What is this? Blood or glass? Oh. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Okay. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. A figure on the floor. Okay. Oh, I see some blood over there. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Oh, okay. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle there's some kind of... Okay, you know what it is. What I'm wondering is, how did they get these small figures inside the box? Small was not even there.
so,
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Okay. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle, which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. I don't know if it's that easy, Makoto. That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Let's look at her. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Yeah, you counting out the protein shake, brother. Kuya said, not a chance. Kuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting.
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Let's talk to him real quick.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I'd better go before he crushes my soul completely.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who will go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would need it to if they expected to stand any chance against her. What the hell? Huh? The locker's open and they're there on the inside. It's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in the dust. No, somebody pushed to the other side of the wall. What are you
It's true.
talking? And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hidden here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Oh, why not?
Hey,
Think back, before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Locker handprint has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. What haven't I clicked on? Maybe Hina?
What the heck?
We already know who did it! Kuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Mikado? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in this rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file says she died right around that time. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, but by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. You got some explaining to do, brother. What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. What do you mean I found out? Why are you like that? So trash, bro. Like you pissing me off. I'm telling you, girl. I'm stupid. I don't know why I thought talking while doing that would be hilarious. Maybe it was for you. Now my shirt's wet. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Kuya says he didn't see her. Is that true? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Okay. Are we allowed to leave? I need to examine the crime scene as much as possible. What am I missing? Oh, the clock, maybe? It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. So roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? Is that not everything? The chair? The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening, and there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Alright, I think that's it.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with the 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Then let's go talk with them then. Let's go talk with them then. Those other 2 people probably went back to their rooms. Okay, nice. Hiro and Toka. I think that's her name, right, Toko? Yeah. Yo, Genocide. Here she go with that weird shit again. Who's there? The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well,
It looks like you guys have stopped playing nice.